Good morning from the Madrid Book Fair, where today we have the great fortune to have in the red chester Javier Castillo, the Spanish star of the moment, the best-known writer, and the guy that has managed to create his own Cinderella story. Javier, thank you very much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you too.
Today is your first day at the Madrid Book Fair, right?
Yeah. This is my first day. Always it's like a dream to come back to Madrid with Feria Libro. It's like the most incredible weeks of the year. People are here buying books, embracing authors, and I'm looking for signs. Book signs.
I hear there's a huge line outside waiting for you.
Usually it happens. I'm very thankful for that. So it's like a dream. As I said, many people come here from 7 a.m. in the morning just waiting for the book sign to begin. So I'm very thankful. I'm trying to go back there soon. So.
And I hear you're very active in social media. You keep up with your fans. That's how you know they were waiting for you, right?
They text me morning. We're already waiting. We're already 30 people here. Now there are like 300, 400 people now waiting. So it's very kind for them, to wait for you to come back here just the sign. It's incredible. Actually, I feel like overwhelmed because of the people, how people read my books, how they love my stories, and this is just one moment to thank them in person.
And you still manage your own social media. I mean, you are actually you don't have an agent looking at it. It's you. So people feel they can reach you.
Yeah, it's me because I don't have any help with that. Just try to be myself. I feel it's like being kind of very honest and very truthful for them. My social networks are always like you have to be the face of the people, and they need to understand that if they write you and you write back, it's you. So
you do engage with them occasionally.
I actually reply all messages. I try to upload things too, but most of the time I'm just replying.
Okay. Fascinating. So you're promoting, you have two big things going on. We need to talk about your current book, the Crystal Cuckoo.
Crystal Cuckoo. Cristal in Spanish would be. It's been released just 2 months ago, and now it's incredible. The story is very heartbreaking. It's the story of Cora. Is a resident in a hospital. Is just beginning her residency in the hospital, and she has a heart attack. And she wakes up 2 weeks later, and she has had a surgery, a transplant, and suddenly she received the visit of a strange woman claiming that she is the mother of the donor. So it's a difficult story, but also has many twists because the woman invites her to her village. It's in Missouri. In Steelville, it's a very small town in Missouri, and she invites her to visit her and to know the story of the donor, her son, and what is behind all the secrets that he has. So it's a very dark story, a very twist with many twists, and the plot is like very intriguing all the time. But people love it. It's becoming now here in Spain like a huge success, and I'm really thankful for how people are receiving the story.
I wanted to ask you that because this book is set in rural America, in Missouri. It's uncommon for a European author to set his novels in rural America, and you have all your books tend to be around that, to have that country noir, that environment. Why is that?
Usually,
tell me more.
There is one reason because for every book. For example, in the Crystal Cuckoo, it's because in the United States, there's a program where people can enroll if they are receiving of a transplant or their donors or family of a donor. They can put them on a list, and if there's a match between both parties and both parties want to meet, they can meet each other and talk with family just to be thankful or to know who was behind your organ, and it's a program. And in Europe, we don't have that. It's
Right. For those who in the US, they don't know. It's completely anonymous.
Yeah,
You don't know.
Completely anonymous, and you can do it. You know, if you want to meet your donor, you can. There's no way to do it. So there's a reason because of that, and that became like the main theme of the story.
So in this case, the story necessitated that setting, that environment.
And other stories is different. For example, the Snow Girl is about journalism and how
The Snow Girl, which as we know, is not only a book, but is now a Netflix TV series.
Yeah, also, yeah. So and now the book has just been released in the US. So it's a huge step. I'm really looking forward to see how the book goes there. But the series has already become like a hit. So, but the Snow Girl is about journalism, sensationalism, and how to treat the stories and the drama behind every dark story that we read in the news. So, I wanted to create a kind of criticism about how journalism in Europe and worldwide is turning. And now that's why I set up like a universal message. I made up a newspaper in New York. It's kind of it's called the Manhattan Press, but anyone would say it's a similar Times or something like that. And it kind of represents a good journalism, and it's kind of to send a message worldwide, a universal message that would work in every country.
Now, as a creator, as a writer of the story, do you get to provide feedback to the TV series, or they just take the book and say, "Thank you, Javier, we'll take it from here"?
No, actually,
how does that work?
No, actually, I was kind of consultant to the entire screenwriting team. I worked with them almost in every chapter to read, just to make sure that the soul of the story and the essence of the story is the same in the book and in the TV show, but also knowing that there have to be differences, you know, and also embracing each change that we make in the show, just to make sure that it matches the emotion that we wanted to transmit in the book. So it's kind of a balance, and I was working as a consultant and also helping with the promotion, helping with everything in the story. I'm kind of happy with how we work together, how the team set up all the chapters of the plots in the story, because we were like discussing almost every small detail of the plot, of how we created the TV show. And the screenwriters that are Jesus Mesas and Javier Andres, they are very great and very open to comments. So it was like a conversation, and at the end we made a team, a very good team.
Now, I wanted to ask you about the process of seeing your first TV show created, because you have your own Cinderella story in a way. I mean, in 2014, 9 years ago, you were a financial advisor.
Exactly.
And you decided to become a writer. Well, I guess you were a writer, working as a financial advisor, but you were a writer, and you write your first novel. You publish it you self-publish it in KDP, and you start.
Yeah, and suddenly 2 weeks later, something magical happened. It became the most sold book in Spain, just in online, of course. Suddenly, almost every publisher in Spain was trying to publish my book in paper, no? and was something like very funny at first, because I always wanted to be a writer, but I didn't have the need to publish or the need to be like exposed. You know, I was just enjoying writing, enjoying what I like to do. I was creating intense short stories. But then when I finished my first novel, I said, okay, maybe someone who likes this one, you know, is the name good in English would be The Day Sanity Was Lost or something like that. And suddenly it became a hit in Spain. And suddenly I saw the door open to be like a full-time author. I've grown up writing all the time. I grown up writing short stories. I became writing like with 10 years old. But then, you know, sometimes life managed to put you in other places and to put you to pursue another career just because of you have better job options or something like that. but I always wrote. So I was writing all the time, but I was like a young writer that somehow managed to go somewhere else.
Now, little birdie told me that you have a very special partner. I know that your wife, Veronica, has been an essential part of your success. She was helping you. She understands. She knows social media. She understands how to.
And she also is like my first reader. So she has something in common with my readers. She is almost the target of my readers. She comments on every chapter I write in the books. I also the first book, for example, the first and the second one, I was giving her a chapter every week, and she was okay. I like that. I don't like that. And it was my first reader, and it helped me improve and create the style I have. You know, short chapters, very fast paced, and also with many plot twists. And also she understands marketing, social networks, and also that's a very huge opportunity because it's not very common for authors to understand how to communicate, how to be open to the world, and how people, how to reach people in social networks. So it was very helpful in those first moments, but now she's always my supporter. Now she's my biggest reader and my biggest fan also.
Now, since 2014, since that time when you wrote your first novel, you have had 3 children.
And now, I have 3 now.
3. I mean, how does that change your life as a writer? Because it must, you must have gone from a point where you could focus. You just have your full-time job. You probably spend all your free time writing.
Yeah.
And now you're a successful author. You have movies made out of your books, series. You have 3 children. Can you keep up?
I try to. It's very complicated because of the travel, it's very hard. Just to get far away from them is very tough. It becomes very hard. And also to try to write when they are not at home. For example, I have two of my kids are 6 and 4, so they already are in school. So I try to write when they are in the school, and then when they are home, I just try to spend time with them. I kind of like to being a present father. And during the night, I just try to correct everything I've written during the morning and during the afternoon. So it's like it's difficult to manage everything, and also I believe that the most difficult part is the travel and the promotion worldwide. I'm published in 80 countries or something like that, in 20 languages. So you have to go to Italy for 1 week, to France for another week.
To promote your work. Right?
Just for the promotion, and then you have to come back to festivals, and it's become tough when you have family. But it's I can say it's worthwhile, no? And they see that my kids see that I try hard and I work hard, and that's something I like to show them. But also, when I'm far away, it's become harder and harder because they are getting older and they understand more. At the beginning, they didn't understand.
Do they have a sense of who their father is? Or?
What?
Do they have a sense of who their father is?
Yeah,
they know that you're a famous writer?
Yeah, I know. They know that I'm a writer, and I go. They know not that famous writer, but they know when I go to a book signing, there are many people. So
right.
And
so they've seen. Fans.
And they see like, okay, you have signing. How many books have you signed today? I said, 500, and I say, oh, that's a lot. Last week you signed 600. That's less than the last week. It's very funny. But I try to show them both sides. The loneliness of writing, because I'm trying to spend time alone in my writing room, and I have a small office at home, and they see me alone there thinking a lot. And then I also like them to show them the other part is the promotion, the signings, the interviews, and they, when I can, I bring them with me just to show them this writer life. It's very fascinating for them just to be like first. To see them at first sight, how that life influenced your life also.
So what's next for Javier Castillo? What can your fans and your readers expect? What are you working on?
Well, right now I'm writing the third book of the final book of Myron Tricks is the character people know about the Snow Girl. Is the final book. It's a trilogy. You can read them in any order. Also in the United States in June it will be released the Soul Game, the second part, and the third book I'm just writing it, so I hope to be released next year and finish it by then. So it's difficult because I'm trying too much, but I hope to achieve the next year, the mid next year will be released the final and last book of Myron.
Any more movies or TV shows that we should know about?
Well, yes, and the Crystal Cuckoo will become a TV series with Netflix too.
Okay.
And also the second part is we've already completed the second season of the Snow Girl, and will be the Soul Game too. And yeah, I don't know already not yet the release date, but will be a second season. That's so good news for people who love the show, and also a good chance for readers to read it before the second season comes back.
Okay. Well, we will be talking with you for hours, but I know you have thousands of people waiting right there, waiting for you to sign books. Well, we don't want to keep you. Maybe we can have another opportunity over a podcast or something to talk more about your Cinderella story and how you can inspire other writers. You definitely have a fascinating story that most people, just are not aware. Congratulations on your new book, on your TV show, on being a present father. That's something that is very nice to hear these days, and we wish you great success. I think that your fans are going to be very happy to see you. The sun is shining in Madrid, which was raining a lot yesterday, so it's going to be a great day for a book signing.
Thank you for the invitation as always, and I'm looking forward to coming back next year.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the Chester's Publishers Week.
Thank you.